Module for questions. Your vehicle is stationary. The engine is running. You are sat in the driving seat. You have just been involved in a road traffic accident. What should you do next? 1. Switch off the engine. 2. Warn other road users. Hazard lights, cones, warning triangle. 3. Check passengers for injuries. 4. Contact the emergency services. Show me the daily safety checks you would make before driving this vehicle on the road. 1. Handbrake and neutral. 2. Instrument panel warning lights. Check switch start engine. 3. Wipers and washers. 4. Mirrors. 5. Brakes, foot and hand. 6. Number plates. 7. Tires and wheel nuts. 8. Exhaust. You suspect there might be a brake fault on this vehicle. Show 'em that checks you can make to ensure the compressor is working. What checks can you make for air leaks? 1. Empty the air tanks. Pump the brake pedal. Engine off. 2. Start the engine. Ensure the compressor charges the air tanks. 3. Stop the engine. Apply the foot brake and listen for air leaks. 4. Walk around the vehicle first and listen for air leaks. You are driving a vehicle for the first time. Show me the practical and visual safety checks you would make to familiarize yourself with this new vehicle. 1. Aware of the vehicle height. 2. Location of the first aid kit. Fire extinguisher. Emergency door and hammer. 3. Cockpit drill to include D.S.S.M. routine. 4. Doors closed and operating correctly. 5. Seats secure and correctly adjusted. 6. Steering correctly adjusted. 7. Seatbelt working. 8. Mirrors clean and adjusted correctly. 9. Enough fuel for the journey. Show me how you would check all of the seats for comfort and safety. 1. Seats must be clean and properly anchored to the floor. 2. Separate cushions must not detach during braking. 3. No sharp edges or trim that can snag people's clothing. 4. Trim should be clean. You have parked at a border crossing and you and your passengers have left the vehicle unattended. Show me what security checks you'd make before driving through customs. 1. Check all lockers and compartments, including kitchens and toilets. 2. Check under all seating areas. 3. Check all caps haven't been tampered with. 4. Check the passenger list for the correct number of legitimate passengers and their passports. 5. Check under and above the bus. You're driving on the motorway and flames appear from the engine compartment. Show me how you deal with this small electrical wiring fire. Which is the appropriate fire extinguisher to use on this fire? 1. Stop as quickly and safely as possible on the hard shoulder. 2. Switch off and isolate the vehicle electrical and fuel. 3. Evacuate passengers. 4. Use CO2 or powder extinguisher. Will show extinguisher picture. 5. Contact emergency services. You're driving on the motorway and flames appear from around one of the tires. Show me how you deal with this small fire. Which is the appropriate fire extinguisher to use on this fire? 1. Stop as quickly and safely as possible on the hard shoulder. 2. Switch off and isolate the vehicle electrical and fuel. 3. Evacuate passengers. 4. Use water or foam extinguisher. Will show extinguisher picture. 5. Contact emergency services. You're driving on a busy main road and are alerted to a small fire which is centered around the fuel system. Show 'em how you deal with this situation. Which extinguisher you would not use on this fire? 1. Stop as quickly and safely as possible. 2. Switch off and isolate the vehicle, electrical and fuel. 3. Evacuate passengers. 4. Would not use water extinguisher. 5. Contact the emergency services. Please walk around this vehicle and explain what projections and overhangs there are. Describe what allowances you'd make for the projections and overhangs. 1. Show mirrors, projections and front and rear overhangs. 2. Overhangs and mirrors can sweep curbs and collide with pedestrians, street furniture, and other vehicles. 3. All-around observation is needed and use mirrors to check tail swing. Show me and explain how to use the kneeling suspension and wheelchair ramp or lift to allow disabled customers or pushchairs to board and alight safely. 1. Ensure the vehicle is reasonably close to the curb. 2. Secure the vehicle. 3. Know how to use the kneeling facility. 4. Show the ramp is at an adequate angle. Show me the docking area on this vehicle for a wheelchair user. A picture will be shown. Explain how the wheelchair should be secured and which way it should face. Show the different access points a wheelchair user might use. Show where the wheelchair will be situated and which way it should face. 1. A coach should have anchor points. 2. The wheelchair will be rear-facing. 3. Show the different access points. 4. Contact the depot if the wheelchair space is not vacant. You are about to go on a long journey in very cold weather. Show me what checks you would make to this vehicle's mirrors and visual aids to ensure they are in a serviceable condition. Visual aid means reversing camera. 1. Ensure the mirrors are visible and correctly adjusted. 2. Mirrors must be clean. 3. Make use of any demisters or electrical heating elements. 4. All screens and lenses must be clean and frost-free. Show me how you check this vehicle's interior for passenger comfort and safety. 1. Check overhead lockers are secure. 2. Check overhead luggage rack and all grab rails, including grab hoops. 3. Check seat trims and coverings. 4. Check floor for any slip and trip hazards. Show me and explain all aspects of safety checks to be made before moving away from a bus stop after boarding an elderly, infirm passenger, or a passenger with a pushchair. 1. Ensure the kneeling facility and ramp is safely secured away. 2. All doors must be closed. 3. Passengers must be seated. 4. Prams must be placed correctly. 5. Check the near side mirror for any late passengers. Show me how you would check seat belts for their condition. What are the legal requirements for their use and your responsibility in these matters? 1. Check seat belts are secure at anchor point. 2. The belt must be clean and in good condition. 3. If seat belts are fitted, they must be worn. 4. Drivers must ensure that passengers are aware of the requirements by use of signs, pictures or vocal announcements.